Yes.
Okay, and so the good thing about it though is that it's all up to you. It honestly doesn't matter what the person does because we have the power and we get to control our inner reality. And the interesting thing is once we maintain and change anything in our internal world, the change also reflects in our external world as well too. So it's really powerful how you can change an idea or a thought in your mind, or you can change the perception of someone. And as you continue to do that, you will be surprised as how they will actually react to the way that you think about them. Is that making sense?
Yes.
So what we want to do is we want to change how we think about the person, the scenarios, and the situations. Because changing the way that you think about those internally is going to cause a outward manifestation as well too. And that's where the
What that
real
mean?
so basically what that means is everything that you do inside is affecting the outside, right? So that day
Right.
when that you had meditated and you said something very key. You said I felt so good. Well, what was happening is that your body was emitting this frequency, this vibration that is ecstatic, right? Joy, love, peace, whatever names you want to put on it. You're feeling really good. And what happens is the universe is picking up on that frequency and that vibration. And that's why they call it the law of attraction, is because they say that the energy that you're putting out, that you're emitting, the universe is receiving that and is sending it back to you. So you're attracting that
Right.
same energy as well too. Well, if you
Right.
believe that and you actually decide to make a conscious decision and say, okay, well, how do I want to live my life? Because if I want to experience more joy, more happiness, more clarity, I need to start from that state first instead of starting from the state of lack, right? And this
Right.
is an important distinction because let's take money for example, Sharmila. A lot of people say they want more money, but they're like complaining, man, I wish I had money for this bill. I need money for this. I need money for that. But if you're thinking that direction, you're actually thinking from lack because you're saying, I need more. I want more. Can I have this? Can I have that? A person who is already rich is not asking for more money, right? They're saying thank you. They're
Right.
they're they're throwing up blessings. They're already in the feeling of wow, I'm so prosperous. I'm so abundant. I'm so grateful for the opportunities coming into my life. And that's where people
Right.
get stuck because they continue to think about their life from a state of lack, and therefore they only can manifest that same state instead of switching the images, switching the thoughts, and switching the sounds that they have in their head to be more in alignment with the vision, the version of the person that they want to be, the version of the person that's doing what they want to do and that has whatever that they want to have. Does that make sense as well?
Right. And it's crazy that you said that because like my my one friend I was talking to about it, she was like a lot of people are claim they're spiritual, but you gotta be careful who you bring into your race that's claiming spiritual because like my brother he claimed he's spiritual, but you don't know what he it could be in it for the wrong reason. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yes, and there's a lot of that out there. You know what I have seen is like all I can say really is from my own personal example. Like I don't go around telling people I'm spiritual. It's more of like a connection. Like I had commented on your chakra bracelet when I met you. And then
Right.
the energies just carried on from there. It was natural. It wasn't like I was trying to push something. Like you can always tell, you can always feel the intuition don't lie.
Right.
So that's very big, but we're in a interesting time right now. So
Right.
the new age is the age of Aquarius. I'll talk about this for a few seconds.
My friend just talked about that. She said she was telling me last night. Last night
Hmm.
she was like, one day was the end of
Age of Pisces.
the retrograde or something. She
Okay,
said,
Mercury retrograde. Yep, that was yesterday.
yeah, and she said so. Retrograde is like a like past react. The past is coming back. Like a lot of exes, a lot of people gonna come back,
Uh huh.
and you don't know if it's what I'm saying. Should let them people out or let them people in. So what I'm saying it's confusing.
It is. Yep. Yep. But those are also good opportunities. as well too, because that is when the universe is showing you sign after sign. Like
Right.
you just got to pay attention. The universe is telling you and answering all the questions that you ask. Unfortunately, we don't do our job in being open to receive the answer, right?
Right.
So the way that, you know, and honestly, this is probably why I'm here, because you've probably been calling out and trying to manifest a sense of relief, or a sense of just like, man, I don't really want to worry about this anymore. You know, I want to just move forward, move on with my life, open up the next chapter in the book of Charmila. Am I
And see,
correct in
my
saying
thing
that?
is, you know, I'm a Cancer, I'm a water sign. It's like
Mm-hmm.
I'm the kind of person is I want the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me the truth. And like, to the point I was just going crazy. I'm begging him for the truth. I'm harassing the broad. But I mean, it's just too much.
Right.
And I don't want to do that.
Okay, let me ask you a question. When you think of that, you know, energy right now, do you see it as a picture, like in your mind? Do you see it as a movie? Is it a sound? What do you see?
When I do it,
Yeah, when you're kind of thinking of him, you're kind of thinking of those moments where you guys were getting into it, or when you're just like in that just kind of energy that you want to get rid of. Like, do you see it
I
as
just
a
want to get rid of it and just like, because it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like I just can't like I just it didn't make me mad because it's like
mm-hmm.
some people is just so effed up to point. It's like you would think after someone almost lost their life, they have a better perspective on how they treat people and do people, but they still don't.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question. When you think of him, do you see a picture in your mind, or is it an image, or do you hear a sound?
A picture in my mind.
A picture. And is that picture black and white or color?
I can't even remember.
Okay, that's fine. Is it near or far?
Near.
Near. Is the picture bright or is it dim?
I can't. Probably dim.
Dim. Okay. And if you could kind of see a location of the picture, where would you say that it's at? Like in front, above your eyes? Are you in the picture?
Like in front.
In front. Okay. What's the size? Is it large? Is it very big, like a movie, or is it kind of small, like a computer or your phone?
It's like a nice size, like a average little size. Yeah.
Okay. And are you associated with it? Meaning, are you looking through your own eyes, or are you disassociated? Meaning, you're watching it like a movie.
I just think. I just do a lot of thinking. Like I don't know. Like.
Okay. Is it a picture or is it a movie? Is it like a still frame, or do you see it? Oh, it's a picture. Okay, cool. This is what I want you to do. Do you have that picture in your mind right now?
Yeah.
Okay, I want you to take it and I want you to shrink it. Shrink the picture down as small as possible. Okay. And then as you're shrinking the picture, I want you to take like the color out of it. Dim and make it as dark as possible. Take the color out of it and shrink the picture down really small. If you're hearing any sounds or any voices, you can imagine that there's a little knob that says volume. And you can turn the volume down on the voices or any sounds that you hear as well too. And Charmila, I want you to now imagine that you have like a bucket of paint, a bucket of white paint. And I want you to splash that picture with that bucket of paint until it completely whitens out. You can't even see the picture anymore. And then shrink it even further. Shrink it even further until it's smaller than a phone, smaller than you can't even squint when you're trying to look at it. And when you finally have it that small until you can barely see it, I want you to imagine grabbing it like it's a frisbee or a boomerang and chuck it out into the universe and just let it go until it continues to fly out and get smaller and smaller and smaller, and ting, it's out into the universe.
Okay.
So what did we just do there? We did something very powerful. We took the image that we had of this person and we morphed it. We changed it, right? We made it smaller. We pushed it away a little bit. We took the color out of it and we just tossed it out into the universe. See, we have this power with our thoughts. And how do you feel after doing that exercise?
Like, different, like...
Crazy, huh? You're like, wait a minute. Yeah. That's a little weird, huh? Like,
Right.
When I used to think about them, it would trigger me right away. But now your brain is like, oh, oh snaps, what am I supposed to do? Am I
Right.
am I supposed to get mad? And so what is really powerful, Sharmila, what I'm getting ready to share with you is that we can train our brain to get triggered, right? And we can train it positively or negatively. Before, what had happened is you had a negative trigger where whenever you would have those certain type of thoughts, you feel that energy in your body already. Come on, why would he do this? Blah, 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 XYZ. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
And so what we want to do now is we want to retrain the brain to now, whenever you get triggered or anything like that, it's either going to do two things. One, it's going to make that image small. It's going to turn down all those crazy voices, and it's going to launch it out into the universe. Basically, you're training your brain to get rid of negativity. And now on the reverse side of that, we're going to plant a new idea, a new thought.
RTF realize the future. Yeah. Hop in the whip with the Rolex. Getting this money is no flex. You by my side on the Apex. At the